Is everyone going, you big legends? Let's have a see. People are waiting, having a chat. I reckon I'm up and about now. I reckon I am live. Let's have a look. If you're in the chat, let me know so we can get this show started. I think everyone's nice and excited. I'm always excited to get live, get going. I'll have a look. How is everyone going? Let me know in the comments how you're going, because I am ready to start this show. We are live. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So welcome to the Ready Bang, the live stream show that everyone hangs around and wanting to see what is going on. I am your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, and as always, this bad boy comes into play. I am the 2019 Melbourne Cup left arm amateur 80 to 95 kilo third place taker. Bang! The most sought after trophy in the world of arm wrestling, and of course the number one live show going around. Thank you everyone. We've got some people already in the chat. The Arm Wrestling Opinion, Henry Mullet and Monster Devon pick up. People just coming in the chat. Just quickly, I love to thank my Patreon supporters for just $2 Australian per month. You can find that in your car every month. You support the channel. All the money goes back into the channel. It's just a really great support. So thank you to Retro Rice, Dallas Quarrels, Henry Mullet, who is in the chat, Jess Ward, Chance Shaw, Ryan Espy, Tom Day, Marcus Newton, and Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show, Michael Palmer, None Nagin, Black Flag Candles, Hollywood Matt Connolly, and Iron Giant Warren Raber. I've still got a video to do with his. Warren, I haven't forgotten. How is everyone going? Bang! It is so exciting now. As always, the sport of arm wrestling is just up and about. If you're in the comments section now, just give us a shout out, give us a bang, give us a ready bang. Hit that like as well if you can. Let's get the algorithm going. Let's get everyone in there. But I am just super excited at the moment. Throw your questions in the comments. I've got a bit to chat about, which I'm pretty excited about, because every time I wake up and I go through all the other arm wrestling channels and things like that, big things are happening. One big thing I want to get started and have a chat about. Straight away, this is exciting. So, our good friend Devon Larratt. First of all, just a quick shout out to him and Jody. Congratulations on their wedding anniversary from a man that loves his wife. Absolutely. Happy wedding anniversary to you two. Congratulations. He was on Larry Wheels Live not that long ago, and just the other day, and just talking about who he wouldn't mind his next match being if the Levan match can't happen. Of course, that is the match that we're all frothing and just drooling about, the Devon Levan match. But he has thrown a couple of other names. He did give a big list, but these were the two that struck me the most. Shout out to At The Table, who's jumped in the chat. Go check him out as well. My mate Brock, and also Slugger Stark. Thanks for coming in. Bang. So Devon was on Larry Wheels Live, having a bit of a chat with Larry and Adam Silver over there. Big fans of the show. Thank you, guys. And they were having of who Devon would want to face next if we can't get the Levan match happening. And two names he whipped out was Genadi. I can never get his last name right. But Genadi, that super strong Georgian powerhouse. And also the man that thinks he's stronger than every single person in the world, Ermes Gasparini. Now, these were two that came out that I just found really, really interesting. And of course, Genadi wants this match. Genadi wants this match. There we go. Genadi wants this match, which is good. Wanted, sorry, something just came up in the comments and I was just got a little bit confused. Anyway, let's get back to it. Genadi wants it. I've said that about 8 times. And I just think that, and he's such a cool, just brute, piss-off power, head-to-head, 2 buffaloes just going bang, hitting each other. I like the way this is. Roger Leonard, watching today's show on the big screen, looking good, brother. 2 things, Roger. 1, can you send me a photo? Send it to me in the messages. I want to have a look a bit later. And second of all, congratulations to you winning at Keystone's Championship. Great tournament that happened over there with Lethal Arms, Paul Lynn, and the crew. And Roger Leonard, who's been a big fan from day one, went over there and just took some names on that one. So congratulations to you. Ben Sanford thinks that Devon is smashing Genadi. Look, I don't think much can change my opinion at the moment. That Devon that was at King of the Table beats anyone. Anyone. He may even come close to this. Maybe. But everyone else, I think he just rips through. And it's the same with Genadi. I think the matchup will be fun. I think it'll be exciting. But just that Devon that came the King of the Table. And I think Devon even wants to get bigger. Wow! Wow, if Devon wants to get bigger than almost, I think he wants to tick over 300 pounds. That is some exciting stuff. Let me know in the comments who you think, like Ben Sanford has. Let me know who you think is winning this killer matchup out of Devon and Genadi. And another thing, I think Devon has mentioned Ermes Gasparini because, of course, Ermes called out Devon a while ago. At the same time, he called out Matt Mask. Once again, Ermes, love your work, but work on your trash talk. Absolutely love it. Just quickly, Joe the Hammer Valentine. He's back. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat. What is up? And I cannot stress this enough, my dude. What can't you stress enough, Joe? Let me know. Let me know what you can't. And I cannot stress this enough. What is up, my dude? Let me know what you cannot stress enough, Joe the Hammer Valentine. And I am so happy you are sticking with that nickname. Going back to Devon and Ermes. I think Devon has jumped in. One, there's that old patriotic thing, and you beat a Canadian, and I'm Canadian, and I'm going to get you. But I also, because there's such a big roar in Europe, I mean, Italy are going nuts, and so they should, the way Ermes pulled Matt Mask. You know, no disrespect at all. It was impressive, not super impressive, just the way I saw the match. But I think, yeah, Devon just loves when someone is a flavour of the month and just, you know, like when you put out a match, just goes the old tss, and I think he just wants to put this Ermes Gasparini fire out. So that's why I think he's mentioned that one. So also let me know how you think Ermes would go against Devon. I mean, Ermes is just 100% focusing on arm wrestling. And the guy is thick with 3 C's. But I think Devon just wins that one and wins that one quite convincingly. What have we got here? Ben Sanford says, it would be a great fight, and Devon for sure will pancake for any opponent. He did mention Ermes, and I am thinking that just to prove a point that he'll fight anyone. Oh, Devon will fight anyone. And especially now the way arm wrestling is going with pay-per-views and big matchups and things like that, 100% Devon will pull anyone because any match Devon does is a big match. We will all watch. Devon trains with anyone. We see it as a big training session. I think it is fantastic about it all. Which is amazing. Joe the Hammer, I cannot stress enough that you are my dude. Joe the Hammer, you are my dude. Anyone that changes their name in order to go with 80s wrestling and something that I've influenced, Joe the Hammer, you can screen record this bit. You're my dude as well, Joe the Hammer. Can't wait to have a beer with you in the works. At the Table has jumped in, says, got anyone in the works for a podcast? Yes. And I'll tell you later on. I'll let you know my next guest on the podcast, which I'm super, super excited about. and I'll let you know a bit later on. I just want to quickly get back and have a chat about these two matchups. Let me know who you think. I watch Genadi, but for me, just at this present time, the way Devon is, it is 6-0 whoever he takes on. And that is no disrespect to anyone out there, but you all saw King of the Table. And he's very hard. And I haven't even had a beer yet. And I'm calling 6-0 on anyone. Maybe Levan takes a round off him. Maybe 2 rounds. But I still think Devon just beats everybody. And I hope some of these matches happen around the same time top 8 happens. I hope when Dave pulls Levan, I hope Devon has one of these guys. And then the winners of both go on to King of the Table. Or Eagle just allows that contract to hop out and Levan gets to shoot over to King of the Table. You know, get your branding on there. Have a chat with them all and just hope for the best. I'm so excited. Guys, if you're in the comments, hit the like button. Tell all your mates that we are on. I am super excited. And we might get back to this matchup. What have we got? At the table, Genadi, powered up beard, is extra long. The beard, well, he might have, yeah. Beards are strong, man. Beards are proper strong. But Devon. That's all I have. Devon. That's all I have to say. We will come back to this one. This one got I've just gone on a massive roller coaster on this legacy matchup. As you all know, John Brzenk is coming back out and he's doing training sessions, which is amazing. But he's also chatting each and every week on the Pound for Pound podcast with Ryan Bowen. You can catch that. It's roughly about 24 hours from when this drops. Just quickly, before I get on to this John Brzenk, let me hit the comments. Ben says, pretty sure the beard doesn't work against Devon. I'm with you on that one. Joe the Hammer, Devon versus Genadi is probably the better match. I think so too. Devon versus Ermes would be entertaining. So I would anticipate that Devon want to embarrass Ermes. Yep. I think Devon beats Ermes 6-0 at this stage. They arm wrestle tomorrow. Devon wins 6-0 against Ermes. No disrespect to Ermes. And when I do all my, I've had a lot of pullers slide into my DMs when I haven't picked them in, when I do my predictions or I go the early crow and things like that. And none of it is just disrespect at all. I'm just a sports fan. And in arm wrestling, someone's got to win and someone has got to lose. What have we got? Devon needs to channel Wolverine. Lit a cigar and just go full berserker barrage on everyone inside. I think he's doing that now. That's from JB, the War Villain. I think he's doing that now, JB. Mate, the way he came to King of the Table, absolutely. I think he's just going to run through anyone and everyone that wants a shot at the title. Going back here. There's a bit of murmurs going around, and when murmurs go around, it is just so exciting. Alexi Voevoda is looking to have another comeback. He tried before and lost to Tim Bresnan at Vendetta a few years back. And John Brzenk is coming back. David, he's pulling it at top 8, which is, what is it, Devon? That'll be good. And of course, I just love the way John Brzenk goes about it. Now, Ryan Bowen spoke to John. They're very good friends. And John's, put the kibosh on it. Alexi Voevoda got on his social media and he was a bit of, not too sure. But there is just a little twinkle. There's a little twinkle in the Aussie arm wrestler eye, and it's about to come out and go bang, because I reckon this match will happen. I don't know when it will happen, but I think in the next 12 months, this massive legacy comeback trail battle, whatever you want to call it, I think this match will happen, and I think it'll be fantastic. And I think John Brzenk wins. It's John Brzenk. I think he wins this one, depending on how Lexi trains. As we all know what happened at the Winter Olympics and things like that. I think John wins. And I really like the way John wins. I think he's just got too much in the way he has been. He'll be able to overcome horsepower. I can't wait to see him in top 8 if that goes ahead. And I think John will get a little bit bigger for this matchup. Let me have a quick go in the comments. Ben Sanford, the GOAT versus Voevoda seems interesting. I hope it happens. I really hope it happens. The way these two are going about. Yeah, why not? Both making a comeback. John is finally coming back on our YouTube screens, which is amazing. I'm so grateful for. And hopefully that all happens. Jim Bob has jumped in. What's up, bangers? My man. Is that what fans of the Aussie arm wrestlers are called? Bangers? I like it. Let me know, Jim Bob, if I can steal it. And everyone's saying, what's up to Bob? But yeah, I think John wins. I'm with you at the table. I want John Brzenk to pull anyone. It's like, just get Michael Jordan back on the courts. John Brzenk, the greatest. Tom Brady, still doing it, still winning Super Bowls. The greatest. In any sport, when the greatest does anything, you watch, it's exciting, regardless of winning or losing. But in this instance, in this matchup, John Brzenk wins. Rochelle Stanley jumps in. Brzenk goes bang with a couple of beers, and I will definitely be having beers when that matchup happens. Just for the record, a few people have asked, do I have a drinking problem? No, don't have a drinking problem. Just had a bit of fun when my first podcast dropped, and I wasn't sure how this was going to go. This whole Aussie Arm Wrestler thing, so I thought, I'm just going to have a beer with my guests. And then it turns out it's blown up, and I'm so excited with all the guests that are coming on. And I'll tell you my next guest a bit later on in the show. And with this matchup, of course, it can happen at King of the Table too. And I think John will be at King of the Table too. And that is all rumor and innuendo, just all speculation. I'm not reading into anything and bits and pieces. I just think he will be there. And I just think John will have some sort of opponent. And why not? It'll be enough time. November's long enough for Alexi to just go in and get 4 people ripping on his arm to get back and big and strong as he was back in 2008 when he won the Zloty Tour and he, beat John. I think 2008 pulling John was. Could be wrong. Doesn't matter. So we're up and about on that one. Joe the Hammer, Aussie, what do you think about the big Fatal 4-way match coming up? We'll get to that a bit later on. May coincide with what's happening later on with this show. There, Joe. So, who wins this one? The majority will say John Brzenk. I think it's John Brzenk every day of the week. For me, I'm old school. I'm nostalgic. I am like that. I love stuff from the 80s and the 90s. Of course, I tell every single person that is new to arm wrestling to go watch Over the Top, go appreciate greatness. I absolutely love all that, and that's what I'm up and about. So when John Brzenk hits the table, there is just that old school, thinking with my heart and not my head. I'm just like, Brzenk goes bang! Gets so excited, gets up and about, and wants to absolutely smash what is going on in this one. So Brzenk wins. Let me know in the comments who wins this match, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's Brzenk, depending on what weight John gets up to. I know John loves to sit around the 95 kilos, which the greatest arm wrestling show of all time is sitting, well, what did I weigh this morning? 93 kilos, and I'm going that way. I'm not going that way. And what do you think? Is bigger better? It just seems throughout the whole arm wrestling world, everyone just wants to get big. I was just looking at this up. Ryan Bowen has got as big as he's ever been. Or Jordan Davis just dropped a whole heap of weight because he was a big crook, but he's getting as big. Chance Shaw tipped over 300 pounds. My man Jamie Sheldon is just trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger. What do we think of that, guys? Do we think big is better? Are we just more interested in the super heavyweight matchups? They tend to draw a bit more attention, and they tend to always be the main event. Is that what our sport is? Bigger is better, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just sometimes like at Reality Check at Arm Wars, there's just such a mouth-watering lightweight battle royal going on. That would main event anywhere if there were no heavyweight matchups. But I guess in boxing, the heavyweight champions of the world, usually in the UFC. Oh no, UFC is just more title fights, isn't it? But yeah, is heavyweight bigger and bigger? Is that the way the sport is going? The Aussie arm wrestler doesn't want to get bigger around the belly. He just wants to get bigger in the YouTube world. I want to be the internet champion of the world. And I appreciate everyone that is in on the chat. What have we got here? Henry Mullet. Jake, how's it going, mate? And how's the training for the Vic Comp? I'm about ready to snap some arms off and beat them with the soggy head. Henry Mullet, you superstar. I say it every week that I'm a big fan of Henry. I've grown a really great relationship with Henry. My training's going pretty good. I've had some really good news happen on the home front. So I'm going to be a bit smaller at the comp, but I'll pull in the under 95 kilo division. I'll sit hopefully around 90 kilos, but I'll just be feeling good. Training's going pretty good. Arms feeling all right. One of your training partners, Michael Palmer, where you both are Patreon supporters, he's looking good, and I hope he pulls in he's 75 kilos, and he felt really good Wednesday night. He made the drive down. Hope you can get down, Henry, for one session beforehand. What have we got here? Ben Sanford. This is amazing how the sport of arm wrestling is starting to get the following. I appreciate any and all that are promoting. I can see it. Leaning towards the side of sports cards and collectibles. I think, yeah, Ben, I'm the same as you. I'm looking into sports cards at the moment because I used to be a sport card collector when I was younger. I've got a John Brzenk card. I've got an Alan Fisher card. I'm all for that. I think it's amazing. I want that to happen, and it will happen. The Fatal 4-Way that's coming up, that was on State Kings. So we're into the gambling side of it. So the next step, yeah, people will come in and they'll see collectibles and whatnot. I've been chatting with some people at the moment to make little bits and pieces. Just the only hard thing is just getting the intellectual property of everyone. I would love to hit up some pullers and say, can you just sign so I can try and make a set of arm wrestling cards, whatever it may be, and, just get them out there. Bang! We got a couple of super chats. Let me get in there. Daniel Urich. Ready, bang! Daniel Urich, one of the flag bearers, as I say, each and every week. He jumps on every single channel and gives his hard-earned money to support anyone in the game of arm wrestling. And I'm very thankful for anyone that's in the chat, and then to hand over a few bucks, mate, when you could have got yourself a coffee or things like that. Aussie Arm Wrestler appreciates it. And then we've got another one from Slugger Stark. He's just dropped in $5. Thank you very much, Slugger Stark. He says, in strength sport, bigger is definitely better. Being strong is fun. Oh, I'd love to be strong. I'd love to be strong, but I just love the way my journey's going in the sport of arm wrestling. I know my limitations. I can't deadlift or do anything like that with the way my body's broken. I'll be taking a break from the sport of arm wrestling later on in the year when I have hip replacements and things like that. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what I'm all about. And I don't mind. That means more time for podcasts and things like that while I'm recovering. Going back to Vic State titles, it's that Henry brought up before. It's looking July 31st is looking the date. I'll have a chat with the crew, and hopefully I can just set up my camera there and you can all watch it, and I'll be commentating or hosting the event as well. But you just don't know. Like, I want to get excited for it. I'm training for it. I'm trying to work out how to do commentating and pulling, because I tried to do it December last year and failed miserably. Failed big time. But, yeah, looking forward to it, and just looking forward to seeing a lot of people I train with able to hit the table, because it's been a very long time since a lot of our guys have competed, and not just in-house super matches, but proper ones, hit the ground running, and we are up and about. Right, another match, another big match. This guy is just pulling anyone and everyone. Look at this matchup. This matchup is confirmed. Get excited. This matchup is confirmed. There's a thing happening in about 6 weeks, late August, I believe, August 21st, around that time. Latvia versus Norway. There's going to be 4 or 5 huge matchups there. It's going to be super exciting, but the one match at the moment I want to talk about, my man, Coach Ray. Both of these guys have been on the Aussie Arm Wrestler show, which I'm so grateful for. Go back into the archives and check these ones out. But Coach Ray is taking on Voevoda. Oh, Glenn, how good is this matchup? Like, I can't even sit in my chair. Still, I feel like I got ants in my pants and things like that. How good is this one? This is going to tear the house down. I absolutely love this matchup. This one is confirmed. So I'm just pretending that this is going to happen no matter what. Now, this one gets the brain going. Of course, you've got Coach Ray, who had that great comeback at King of the Table, doing fantastic stuff there. But, man, go watch Voevoda pull anywhere. That man loves to turn and burn. That man does not know how to have a quick match. Voevoda, I might even see if I can get him back on the show. He just goes bang. All of his matches are so exciting. I might even just do a whole YouTube video on commentating Voevoda's matches. They're just unreal, and that's what I'm excited for this matchup. I'm excited for Coach Ray to get inside where he likes to come in, and then the battle. Man, Voevoda can just hold in a defensive position like no other. Absolutely loves it. Just the way, he's ready to snap back. This is going to be unreal. Ben pulling again soon. I think he'll be ready. I think he'll be ready too. It's Coach Ray. This isn't his first rodeo. The man knows how to go back to back to back to back. Knows how to pull. Knows how to go bang. Absolutely loves it. Loves the way he goes about it. So this match is just so interesting, and I almost need to get a new microphone the way I'm drooling all over this one. Guys, jump in the comments now and let me know who you think is going to win this one. This is going to be absolutely superb hit out. Superb hit out. Oh, where do I sit? See, where I have found all my predictions becoming a lot harder. 18 months ago when the Aussie Arm Wrestler started, I think I've been doing the podcast for, I think almost 12 months now. I think August my first guest was. And so predictions were a lot easier back then because I didn't know anyone. And now, like both of these guys have been on the show. Ray sends me voice messages all the time. He's been a huge supporter of the show. So now my heart comes into play. Where I didn't care 12 months ago. I was like, bang, and just shots fired and just having a crack at everyone. But now I'm just like, both of these guys gave up their time for me. They've both supported the show. Ray's been on the show and he constantly talks about the show, shares a lot of my work. So I'm grateful. So it's very hard not to pick Ray. But then Voevoda and then when you think about, I need to go to my medicine cabinet. I'm getting a headache. But just the way Voevoda can come in and just hold in the spot where Ray wants to go. Voevoda can just hold in there. One of the most handsome men in arm wrestling. Good. Actually, they're both quite handsome, the buggers. But yeah, Ben Sanford, better match than his last. This match is just... this match is just going to be unbelievable. It's just going to be so good. I'm so excited for this one. Who wins this one, guys? Let me know in the comments. Who wins this one? Man, I'm going to have to sit there and have a bit of a think about it. So, Ray wants to come inside. He loves the hook. But, of course, Ray's got that massive hit on the top roll. So, if they're in a battle on the inside, he's going to just quickly try, point out on top and hit that real quick to surprise. But the way Haugland can just hold and you just look into those eyes, he can just sit there and really hit it. Really hit it hard. It's really good stuff. Oh, where do we go? Someone try and change my mind. Someone try and persuade me to lean on this side. Jump in the chat. Let me know who is pinning who. Let's just get this all going. Hang on. Let me just type it in there. Who wins this match up? Legends. Let me just see how we're going there. Lanes has jumped in there. Oh, what's happened here? Yeah, Lanes has jumped in and said it is hard to go past Voevoda. It really is. I haven't seen too much of the way Voevoda's been training at the moment. I can imagine it is off the charts the way it is, because in Norway they haven't been able to do, like the rest of the world. But I know last time I spoke to him, 8-10 months ago, he was itching. He was doing those challenges with Tom Holland, which is good. They were really interesting, but I know Voevoda's just itching for a coach. Ray's been able to travel each and everywhere. Latvia versus Norway. Benny Boy thinks this is too hard to call. Yeah, it really is. It really is. This match is so tempting. I would almost put this trophy up for grabs. Almost. That's how excited. Like, the winner would get it, but I'm going to save that for one big, massive special event when that bad boy goes up there. I could sit here and say Voevoda now would win this one, but within 90 seconds, I'd be like, oh, yeah, but Coach Ray might get him. Ben reckons if Coach Ray hits fast and sets the hook, maybe, but it's always hard to say. As Chia Mayarifi says, never underestimate the Latvians. Oh, absolutely. Definitely not underestimating him. I just think this matchup will be amazing. One of my number one supporters. Just a guy that I will never, ever say a bad word about. Uncle John's Arm Wrestling Show has jumped in. I go with Voevoda on this one, but a great match. Wearing my Aussie Arm Wrestler shirt right now. I couldn't help myself, ladies and gentlemen. I had to send Uncle John an Aussie Arm Wrestler shirt. He's just a legend. His After Dark show, I was getting ready. I was hiding at work, getting ready to watch it, and his internet stuffed up. So sorry to hear about that. Next week, he has got, on Uncle John's show, he's got Ian Carnegie on there. So go over, if you haven't already subscribed and support. Uncle John just does some amazing things on there. And Uncle John will be on my show again soon. I've got a little idea, Uncle John, that I wouldn't mind having a debate with you about, but I'll slide into your DMs a bit later on. I've got an idea that I want you to come onto my show, and I think it'll be interesting, because I think you you don't sit on one side, but you're very passionate about one side, and I'm very passionate about the other side. Little teaser for everyone there, but thank you. Please, the guys that have jumped in there, Uncle John and I have built a relationship since New Year's. He's going to be at Reality Check against David Bradford. That is happening. And when I do a prediction show, there is no chance I'll be tipping David. No, it's Uncle John, Uncle John, Uncle John. Go help him out. Mate, I have so many ideas for you and I to come on the show, but then I would be stealing you every week. Always keep up the good work, and thank you so much for always supporting the Aussie Arm Wrestler. Earlier on, Uncle John, if you want to get your predictions in, we talked about Devon versus Genadi, Devon versus Ermes, and John Brzenk versus Alexei Voevoda. We'll keep moving on for this one. This match is exciting. Now, my next guest on the podcast, Carolyn Looms, reckons Bradford's got no chance. That's right. That's right, Carolyn. No chance. Sure, David Bradford's a nice guy, but we fly the Uncle John flag here at the table. Go subscribe to At the Table as well when you get a chance after you've subscribed to mine and Uncle John's show. Go to At the Table, and he says John is looking healthy. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's teaming up with Mizel Jador. They've got a good relationship going, training, coaching, nutrition, and things like that. Uncle John will be in the best shape of his life. And he's wearing an Aussie Arm Wrestler t-shirt at the moment. That makes you 10% sexier. 10% stronger. Guys, if you slide into my DMs on Instagram and say you watched the live show, I'll give you a huge discount. I think I've got some large and extra large. Got some small shirts left. Not many left. Nice mic, bro. Spit proof. Oh, I spit everywhere. if you see me spit. Right, the next guest. I want to talk about the next guest that is coming on the show. Hollywood Don Underwood. Hollywood Don Underwood will be my guest on the show. Very excited to talk about this one. Now, going back to the earlier comments before, what do I think about the Fatal 4-Way? Well, we are going to have a chat about that. I would love to get all 4 of those contestants on the show before the matchup in 10 days, which would be amazing. I'm all over it. Just quickly, at the table, thank you very much. Go subscribe to his channel after this. Just a good puller from Australia, an up-and-comer, and just lives and breathes arm wrestling. Anyone who does that, I will support through and through. But Hollywood is coming to Australia. Bang! This is going to be my next guest. I'm so excited for this one. He is up and about. Jake Wet Lips Ward. Yeah, spit everywhere. I can't help it. Is it really that noticeable? I've got to slow it down. I get too excited and I spit everywhere, and I don't want to be sitting there, licking my lips or slurping. But maybe I need to. Maybe if everyone's recognising all the spit that's going everywhere, maybe I need to check that out. But we'll go back to my man, Don Underwood. Superstar, he's coming back. I've got so much to talk about. And Hollywood Don Underwood is a talker. So this show may almost have to be in 2 parts, because I talk, Don Underwood talks. And I'm very excited for this. He's a reality TV show. Oh, I know you're mucking around, Brock, at the table. I know you're mucking around. I love it. My whole thing's banter. But Hollywood, I don't want to give too much what I want to talk about, because I want you all to tune in on the show. But, he's had some huge wins. The guy's been in the sport almost as long as I've been born. He's got such an interesting story outside of arm wrestling as well, which I'm going to touch on. Obviously, got to bring up the reality show that he was on, Game of Arms, and bringing that up. And there's a little tidbit that I personally am pretty excited to have a chat about. I think Uncle John, you'll be pretty excited, because I found something out. Think of our other passion. Found something out about Don Underwood, and I just want to see if it's true. Got to try and find some footage about that today. But my Patreon supporters, get in there and let me know any questions you want me to ask Hollywood Don Underwood. But he's competing in a four-way matchup. Chance Shaw, whose block sold out on State Kings, I think he goes in the clear favourite. You got Mike Aiello, Don Underwood, next guest on the podcast, and Jordan Sill. Oh, how good. What a matchup this is going to be. And picking a winner in this one, Don Underwood, the way his life is coming back, he's feeling strong. Chance Shaw is unbelievable. It is so hard to look over Mike Aiello. And Jordan Sill is just in some fine form. Chance Shaw has probably got some unbelievable form at the moment. I think that's going down July 10th, so maybe next weekend. Which, if that's going to be live stream, I might even do a watch party. I think it's cool. I love having a chat with you guys. Let me know who you think's going to win out of those 4. So I'll say them again. Chance Shaw, Mike Aiello, Don Underwood, the next guest on the show, and Jordan Sill. The 4 of them coming up. Whoever doesn't have a war in round 1, it is such a significant advantage. I think the form that Chance Shaw is in, I think he goes in the favourite. Mike Aiello has been around for forever and a day and does not have 1 ounce of fat on him, and he will be at his strength. I know the last time he pulled, he says he was out-pulled, but I know he was proper crook, leaning up to it, sick as a dog. And that, there's just something about Mike Aiello I'm always leaning to. Don Underwood on this comeback trail after 5 years away from the sport. Feeling good, feeling strong. Wants to bring that Hollywood moniker back. Which then you can make an argument for Don Underwood winning this matchup. And then, of course, Jordan Sill. He's just thick, big. So it'll be interesting to see who the lightest out of all of them will be. So that'll be really interesting. So let me know in the comments who's winning that Fatal 4-Way match. Let me know if you think of anything interesting that I should be talking about with Don Underwood. I've got a big list, but I'm always looking for other tidbits because I'm happy to break them up into two or three shows. And I love that everyone loves the way the podcast is going. I absolutely love it. So the way I do it, if I can get someone on the show every week, fantastic. But I'm always trying to get guests on the show. Love doing my commentary videos. And then every Friday I do a live show. Get excited hanging out with you guys. No better way to spend my day. What have we got? At the table, reckons Beach Muscles says it. And he says, I feel they all bring something and all have a chance. I really like this 4-way. Is that a pun? They all have a chance, but it's a chance, sure. At the table. Ben Sanford, Jordan being the lightest of the bunch might just surprise. It's funny, if you go look at Jordan Sill, go look at recent photos or recent footage of him pulling, and you're like, man, you're the lightest out of the 4? I don't think he'd be the lightest by much. It wouldn't even surprise me, even though Mike Aiello's 6'5", it wouldn't even surprise me if he comes in at the lightest. I mean, all 4 men just looking good. Aschia Mayarifi, apologise if I got your name wrong. Rob Vigil said Don had a really good run way back in the day. Ask him what led up to his good run back then. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm going to talk to Don about that. There's one stage where Don was pinning Devon, beating 6-0 Travis Bagent. There's some of the things I want to talk about with Don Underwood. There's some things outside of the table I want to talk to Don Underwood about. And, of course, the big Fatal 4-Way match. Ben Sanford, I'm pulling for Don, but best to the winner. Oh, absolutely. I do not care who wins this matchup. This matchup is sexy as hell. Sexy as hell. It's like 4 countries throwing nuclear bombs at each other. Bang. This is what it's all happening. You want to make a prediction, but you need to. So, do they all actually? Here's something for everyone in the comments. Are they all pulling each other? So, are they all pulling each other once, and then the top 2 going to the final, or is it like Battleground and it's Chance versus Don, Mike versus Jordan, and the winner into the finals? Can someone, I'll look it up afterwards, but can someone in the comments let me know? It just says Battle Royal. So, because then that changes my prediction again. That changes if it's a round robin tournament, that changes my prediction whether it's semi-final, grand final. Let me know in the comments what we all think of that one. Yeah, I'm all over that. I've got to stop thinking about arm wrestling all the time. I was leaning towards someone, ready to give you my answer, and then, someone's just come and just bloody Tonya Harding me and Nancy Kerrigan me and just clip me from behind on the knees. What have we got here? Here we go. Guys, one person I always give a shout out to is Mazel Jador. That guy just loves arm wrestling, loves his girlfriend and his dog, which always gets the Aussie arm wrestler in the soft spot. But just like Daniel Urich, just supports all the channels, just an ambassador. I've never met Mazel, but I feel like I'm good friends with Mazel, and hopefully he comes with Uncle John down here. But yeah, he's got it. But he's jumped in the comments. Of course, smash the thumbs up and support. But he's got, Mazel has got, it's best of 5. Chance over Sil 3-1, Aiello over Don 3-1, then Chance 3-0. It's like that. Oh, okay. So it's Chance versus Jordan Sill, then Mike Aiello versus Don Underwood, and then the winners into the final. Yes. Okay. Wow. Chance versus Jordan Sill, I think, will be an absolute battle. Has Chance got the staying power? I think Chance gets the nod. over Jordan Sill. I think Chance wins the first round, but how tired will he get? Because if Mike runs through Don or Dunn runs through Mike, that is a huge advantage to just lean. And that's all I'd be doing round one, is just to lean on someone's arm. Thank you, Mazel, for the update. That's unreal. Depending on how that first round matchup goes with Chance Shaw versus Jordan Sill. Ben says hang on. Ben says, we've had a lot of time off, but now we're finally getting events, so it changes quite a bit. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's really, really insane the way it goes about. And then we've got, yeah, they are my world. I want to have a front row seat to your channel growth, always cheering for you and yours. Yeah, really appreciate it, Mazel, and anyone that loves their wife and their dog, or their girlfriend and their dog, I'll be a huge fan of. So, we've spoken privately, Mazel. We're big fans of each other. So, really, really appreciate your support, my man. Ben says, my cat is bigger than his dog. You must have a tiger then, Ben, because Mazel's dog is massive. It is unreal. Yeah, Chance is young, fresh, big, strong, and motivated. Yeah, Chance. I said it. I think I said it last week. There's red hot form, there's white hot form, and then there's Chance Shaw form. Same with an Australian, Sam Burnett. They are both in just some killer form. Killer form. And I'm so excited for that one. It's this is going to be such a huge matchup. I love it. And I can't wait to call the matches. I hope they live stream it so I can do a watch party and call those matches live. Those big son of a guns just going head to head. That is the way it's got to be. Absolutely. And yeah, I can't wait to see Don's perspective on the matchup. So I am speaking to Don this time tomorrow, and then hopefully 24 hours after that. So it'll be Sunday night, your guys' time, Monday morning, Australian time. I'm all over that. That's when hopefully my interview, fingers crossed, Don doesn't get busy, because you got to understand these guys give up their time and they don't ask for anything. So I'm pretty grateful. So things might change with Don, but that's the way it's going to be. Going to speak to Don in 24 hours and then put the podcast out 24 hours after that. Got a few other guys lined up, but let me know in the comments as well. When it comes to the podcast, there's some categories. I love doing the podcast. I love finding out information about pullers. Who do you want next on the show? I'm still screaming out for Retro Roster Gaming. Go subscribe to him. He's got to come on the show. But, because he was my 1,000 subscriber winner when I did that draw. But do you want, I'm very lucky to have the Elite come on the show. I've had some Australians come on the show because I love my Australian pullers. What other type of pullers do you want on the show? I know, I want, everyone in the comments, I would love everyone to be a guest on the show. Andy Beckett says hi. David Lynn says hi, Andy. Ben Sanford says, at least we have arm bets going to support the Warriors, so we are at a good spot. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Andy Beckett is commenting on the Fatal 4-Way. Mike will be tough if he gets inside. Absolutely. Absolutely. If he can hold and he's not crook and he's feeling good, I'm all over that. I'm all over that. I think that's yeah. There's just something about Mike Aiello. I find it hard to look past. Jordan Sill's in good form. I can't wait to talk to Don Underwood and just hear his passion. Because I can tell a lot in a man's eyes or a woman's eyes, in a puller's eyes. I can tell a lot by looking at them. I can tell a lot in the way they speak to me about how they are going to attack this matchup. I can tell, I'm big on psychology when it comes to matchups, and I absolutely love it. And I love getting inside people's heads when I'm competing in a non-disrespectful way. If there's a way, cheeky son of a bitch. What have we got here? Straight smack talk. Get BLM on the show. Yeah. I'll have to get BLM. He's just going crazy with arm wrestling. He wants to be the number one puller in Canada at his weight class. He was supposed to be on WAL. Had that match with Dallas Langston that went nuts. Yeah, of course I'll at some stage, hopefully get the Lemonhead on the show. I'm down with that one. What have we got? Neil Pickford. Who's Neil Pickford? Neil Pickford. Why is that name familiar? David Lynn, give me some more. I've drawn a blank on Neil Pickford. Give me some background on him. I've drawn blank. I've had Todd Hutchings on the show twice. And he sent me a message the other day wearing my shirt while he's training. But I would always love to have Todd Hutchings on the show. Absolutely. I would love to have everyone on the show. I would love to have 2 podcasts a week having everyone on the show. Oh, Neil Pickup. Oh, not Neil Pickford. That's what I thought you meant. Yep, Neil's super busy at the moment. He's agreed to come on the show. It's just a matter of just finding some time, and I don't mind if it's another 12 months. Neil's a man of his word. So, yeah, I'm being patient with that and not bothering Neil, but I try and catch the fix every week, and some of his shows are just fantastic. But, yeah, Neil and I will go head-to-head. Don't worry about that. That's what the arm wrestling world wants. We'll go head-to-head in a fun way, of course, but that'll be unreal. And I think that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, there is just so... What are we going? Going 50 minutes now. Have we really been going 50 minutes? That's amazing. David Lynn meant Neil Pickup. It's 2 a.m. here, bud. David Lynn, where are you from? It's 2 a.m. there. Let me know in the comments where you are from. Guys, let me know in the comments. Just if you've got any questions now, let's do a bit of a Q&A before we wrap up. Things in Australia here are just... They're good one day and they're bad the next day. Obviously, the Vic title's coming up. So my state... apologies if you don't know. My state is... Victoria. I live in Melbourne. We've got our state titles coming up at the end of the month because we now are in July. David Lynn, a few beers in. Beautiful. Mazel, other battleground. Minigus beats Holland in a horror from hell match. Giannis beats Hale in another great matchup. Yeah, they are smart. Giannis beats Minigus due to losing. And a few UK fans. Thanks, Andy Beckett. David Lynn's from Scotland. Andy Beckett in the UK. Greg Ver, 2 a.m. in the UK. Oh, good. Guys, I've got a huge, not only a huge UK following, but I have family from there. I used to live in England myself. My dad, God bless his soul, he was born in Ireland, grew up in Halifax in England. I used to live over there. My football team has just made the Premier League for the first time. I'm a Brentford supporter. When I went over and lived in England, I used to go watch Brentford play all the time with my 2 brothers. Yeah, so I have a huge hot spot for the United Kingdom, especially England and Ireland. But yeah, thank you so much at 2 a.m. for sticking around and having a few beers, which would be your Friday morning over there. Thursday night, Friday morning. That battleground that Mazel was just talking about is going to be so good. Some of the matchups that are just coming in at the moment are just unbelievable, guys. And you've got to be so excited. And I'm about to get a whole heap of Australian matchups happening. It's going to be unbelievable. Going to be unbelievable. What have we got? Greg. His sleeping patterns are all left up, to be honest. Well, I am sorry your sleeping patterns aren't the best. Works out for me because we get to have a chat, my man. But yeah, my dream moving forward. So update on what's happening on the Aussie Arm Wrestler show. As Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler has just walked in the door. She doesn't want to come on the show yet, but I am trying to line up Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler to be one of the guests on the show. Can you yell out hello? Hi. Hopefully you just heard her. I wanted to get her on the podcast as a guest. As my dog Zeus is running around. I'll get him on the show as a podcast, which is good. Obviously, Don Underwood is coming on the show, which I'm so excited about. State titles are coming out, which I'm hopefully live streaming. Any big match that happens, and I do apologise to my wife in advance, I will get up at any time in the morning to have a watch party so I can commentate the match live and have a chat with you legends live during any of the live streams, and even better if they allow me to share the live stream on this channel. The training is picking up and going a bit better as I try and drop a few kilos, but at one stage I want to have some super match battles. Not only myself have some super match battles, but I just want to kind of give back a bit to the arm wrestling community. So like my Patreon money, as I said, reinvesting in the channel, these super chats that are coming in, you know, and just offering, even if it's $20. Hey guys, want to have a super match? I'll put $20 on. Obviously, my channel's not at some of the other people's channels at the moment, but I just want to keep giving back. It's not about profitability for me. I don't take any of this money and wine and dine my wife and puppy. It's about just giving back to the arm wrestling world, giving back to you legends, giving up and everything like that. Right, Stacey James. Oh, Stacey. Good to see you, my man. I've had some fun chats with you in the 98% chats that we have there. He says, hi, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler.
Hello.
Carolyn Loom says, God bless you in your recovery, Mrs. Aussie. Thank you, Carolyn, you absolute ledge. You've been supporting the journey. Mazel Jador, there she is the absolute superstar. I'm a strong fella, but she's got me beat. Which is absolutely good. Romeo's Romo says, are gyms open in Australia? My gyms are. Yep, I was at the gym this morning before I came and did the show. Gyms are open. I know a couple of other states have gone into like 24, 48-hour lockdowns. Our gyms have we went into a 4-week lockdown a couple of weeks ago. So our gyms are open. So I am just feeding the guns. Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler blows me a kiss and heads upstairs. David Lynn, loved your RVJ interview. Yeah, I want to interview him again after he crushed the Sasho. RVJ will come back on the show. Speaking to him and his lovely wife Heather. They're just fantastic people, and they're going to come back on the show. I went to get them on just the other week, but RVJ is just hot property at the moment. But they are so giving of their time for the Aussie Arm Wrestler. So 100% RVJ will come back on the show. Stacey says, hey, bro. You got to meet Michael Todd the other day, which was great. And just quickly before we wrap up, I'm enjoying that Michael Todd doing the travelling thing. Whether you like him or not, I'm a huge fan of what him and his wife are doing. I think it's great that they're going anywhere and everywhere and punching out the RV, that awesome looking RV, and looking to build the sport of this lovely sport of arm wrestling. Also, with that RVJ Sasho, let me know who wins that one. My heart is with RVJ because he's come on the show. And he was awesome about it, because the first time I interviewed RVJ, there was something wrong with my internet, and I said, can I call you back in 24 hours? Let me fix this. And he said, not a problem. Him and his wife are fantastic. Ben Sandberg, great show, and thanks for the conversation with you and the community. Got to get ready for sleep. Work comes soon. Be safe and all bang on. Thanks, Benny, for let me know where you're from, Benny. Thanks for jumping in the chat, and everyone else that jumps in the chat. Fire your questions now. Let's finish up with a Q&A. For those that are jumping in, we were just going through some exciting matchups that could be happening. Devon versus Genadi and Devon versus Ermes. John Brzenk versus Alexi Voevoda. One match that is confirmed. Coach Ray versus Froda Haugland up and about there, which will be a good one. And just letting everyone know that Hollywood Don Underwood is the next guest on the podcast, which I am super excited for. Super excited for. Josh Barker, another up-and-coming Australian arm wrestler, has just jumped in and said, hey, mate, he is, because we didn't have 2020 nationals, he is, I think it's right hand, 80 kilos or 70 kilos. 80 or 70, Josh, let me know. But he's up there as the best in Australia, and had a huge hit out with a very heavy Ethan Tunstall at a super match series that I was supposed to go to. Damn COVID, g'day to you. Beautiful. And Stacey, yeah, meeting the monster was great. Great time. Yeah, he just seems like a cool dude. Seems like an unbelievable cool dude. Yeah, I'm all for that. Seems like an absolute superstar. Yeah, I'm just up and about. Anyone fire some questions at me, guys, because I love that everyone's jumped in. I don't ever want to take up too much of your time. So, has anyone got any final questions before we wrap up? I'm just excited. My trophy will always be here. So coming up on the channel, Don Underwood, commentary. I'm going to do some more commentary matches. I'm going to do some gym fails. So I'm going to whip out 4 or 5 videos next week. So I really appreciate the support. Really appreciate that everyone has jumped in the comments section. Really appreciate everyone that's liked the video. I know I bang on a bit at the end of every show about... I just want to tell everyone how appreciative I am of what you do. You give up your time, you jump in here, you have a chat with me, you have a laugh, you call out your ready bangs, and I just absolutely love it. Daniel Uric thinks RVJ is funny as hell too. He absolutely is funny as hell. Yeah, me and him have really good chemistry, so to speak, and banter back and forth. Oh, Daniel, don't worry. This will always appear in the videos, the most sought after trophy in the world of arm wrestling. Guys, I'll wrap it up there. We've just hit an hour. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all the things. I appreciate everything you guys do for the Aussie arm wrestler. I'm so happy. And just remember, always, ready, bang!